you. Yes, I'm Rob Nash Boulden. I'm Director of Data Centers for Black & Veatch. Black & Veatch is an infrastructure provider. We provide power, water, telecommunications, connected cities, smart cities. I work in the data center group, and we really work as sort of a cog in the wheel that provides data centers as a piece of smart integrated infrastructure, much like our power, water, and telecommunications groups do. There's this sort of disparity in what an edge is. Is it merely a location that's distributed cloud, so it's a bit farther away from the big cloud or the hyperscale cloud? Or is it truly device-to-device machine learning, device-to-device communications? And in either instance, it's a piece of infrastructure that has to exist to either enrich the user experience or which a use case will be developed to generate revenue and will cause it to exist. I think from the perspective of my panel, it was somewhat predictable. The variety of folks that we had on panel today were similar in our approach, and I think because we were talking about the present of edge rather than the future, there may have been some limitation in precisely what we could extrapolate upon. So many of us were maybe inching forward in our seats, hoping to prognosticate a bit about where edge was going and what might occur, and we were also trying to stay in the present, which kept us a bit grounded and kept the conversation a bit more real and less existential, perhaps, than in the later panel. It's not a technology question. I think it's more of a use case question. I think one of the consensus pieces that I would take away from today's conversation is that the use cases, the users, those that are willing to pay for an enhanced user experience or invest in applications that improve their business process will create the edge and will create that need for device-to-device, machine-based learning or Internet of Things interface, but that it will probably be business or consumer-driven rather than technology-driven. Well, from a perspective of edge, Black & Veatch is proud to partner with DCD for these events. We've developed, as you may know, some white paper and content that we're very, very happy with, and we think that these extensions of panels and network discussions around them are propagating further discussion and information. So I look at what we've done, which is to say, in many cases, we're not precisely sure what edge will be and what form it will take. And I'm reforming my opinion each time I sit on a panel and think of another user, end user, builder's perspective on edge, and making notes saying, gee, I wish we had thought of that when we wrote our white paper just a few months ago, because it's transforming really right before our eyes. Yeah, you look at this and say, gee, I think those use cases, those scenarios with regard to carrier or distribution or network, and can we make the lights blink faster? Will a miracle chip and a scientific breakthrough in technology solve the technology curve? Each time I listen to someone else talk about it a little bit, I learn more and think, gosh, I wish that was part of our discussion, proving that it's really a continuous and developing discussion. Well, I find that these plenary sessions around the DCD event are increasingly important for us. The amount of interaction that we have with our peers, with the industry, and they really set the stage for the coming day and the event to follow in a way that is powerful and important for all of us. So we get lots of interaction amongst our colleagues and peers. We also have a great opportunity to follow up in the coming days with regard to any discussions that we might have, and it really does kickstart the event and form a great base for the days to follow.